Alrighty, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls. When we last left off, we had explored around a bit in the very depths of Blight Town, wandered all the way through this poison swamp, and I even showed you the entrance to the Great Hollow, an area which we will be exploring at a later date. In this episode, our main plan is to head over down that way towards that giant mound with those finger-looking things and take on the boss of this area and ring the final bell of awakening. Before we get started, though, I do want to correct even something that I said in the last episode, I believe. I think I mentioned that there is a merchant down here who will be selling pyromancy spells, named Quelaag. These mosquitoes and poison, great. All right. Anyways, I believe last episode that I mentioned Quelaag, who is a pyromancy merchant who would be selling you more advanced pyromancies. Now, I said that once you have an upgraded pyromancer flame, specifically a level 10 pyromancer flame, she'll appear down here and start selling her wares. But I believe I also mentioned if you have the witch's ring, that would also allow you to see her. That turned out not to be the case. I was just thinking about the fact that there's an NPC who you normally can't talk to, but having the witch's ring lets you talk to her. But yeah, so no, she does not appear if you have the witch's ring on you. She only appears if you have a pyromancy flame level 10 or higher, and she just appears around one of the stone pillars that are going to be up ahead. Now, because we're not using pyromancy or anything, we won't be seeing her in this playthrough, unless I make a drastic change for one reason or another. But she's pretty difficult to miss, and she just has some few bits of dialogue that are interesting but not altogether important. She mostly just talks about something that we'll be experiencing directly later on in the game. Aside from that, the only other thing I wanted to mention is I did miss a couple items up above. I believe mostly on the other side of Blight Town, the little shack area. Anyways, I think we missed a couple items up there or two. Honestly, though, I don't believe I missed anything that's just worth heading all that way back. And as I said before, this isn't a comprehensive guide. This is more just a let's play. So, yeah, if you're wondering why I didn't get the items over there, it's because I just straight up forgot. Anyways, starting off, we're going to be making our way down here. Killing some flies and some mosquitoes, and making our way towards this really strange place. Now, do still have some enemies to deal with. These rock guys. Take care of them before I mention anything else. Ow. Oh god. Oh, that was close. Life flashed before my eyes there. Really stupid. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh. Large. And Get the backstab. Yeah. Alrighty, and cure myself of poison. Kill the mosquito, and we're good. Alrighty. So, just up ahead is the entrance to the boss dome. Before we go in, though, I do want to make note, this nest structure thing, it is so bizarre looking with all these, like, root spears coming out. I know what these are. These are emblematic of, again, yet another thing that we're going to be encountering later on in the game. But considering future games in the series, I always thought this looked like the fingers from Elden Ring, because just the way they're specifically like crooked with a single joint, so they all look like fingers. So this just looks like a massive pile of fingers, and that always makes me think of Elden Ring, which is really weird. Makes me wonder if perhaps Miyazaki had, well, not the whole thing planned out, but like an idea planned out, or at least in process, and this is like some subtle reference to it that only he would get. Who knows? I always just thought that was interesting, though. Once, you know, I came back to this game after Elden Ring was out. Alrighty. So, we're going to enter Quelaag's domain. Considering all of the spiderwebs and stuff, it's not hard to guess that this Quelaag is probably a spider. And we're gonna kill these dudes. Now, do be careful once you do kill them. These, like, maggots will come up, and, oh boy, do they do a lot of damage. Oh, Jesus. Actually, this is a bad idea. I probably should have just left this guy alone. Okay, so, don't be stupid like me, and just, oh, I am so dead. Oh, somehow I survived. But I'm very low on Estus. That is my bad. Oh, well, we're gonna die. Got a summon sign here for Man-Eater Mildred. You tried to kill me. Let's see what we can do with only 4 Estus. Yeah! This is Chaos Witch Quelaag, famous in the Soul series for being a surprisingly hot spider. That was, I don't even know what that was. She just completely missed me. Oh god, ow. You have very bad aim, Quelaag. Easy mode. Wow, I managed to beat this with only 4 Estus. And Twin Humanities. I am a legend. That I remember this boss fight being harder. Those sword stripes, that was... Alright, well, little tip for that boss, just stay right in front of her face and she can't touch you. That was absolutely silly. I don't even... Alrighty, so, before we move on, I want to make a little mention. So this boss was named Quelaag, and the NPC that I was talking about earlier, Quelana, you notice a similarity in their name. Well, typically in the Souls series and the Souls-like games, at least from Software, similar naming conventions like that, like having names starting with the same like prefix, suffix, whichever you want to, or suffix, whichever, that tends to denounce family relation. So like there's Quelana, and then Quelaag, and then you also have, for example, Gwyn, Guinevere, God, who else? Gwendolyn, all similar naming conventions, basically denouncing relations. So that does that. I mean, it's obvious from what she talks about, but in case you're wondering, yes, Quelana is indeed related to Quelaag here, as well as other characters that we're going to be meeting in the future. And so, she basically gives you a request when you talk to her to come in and free her family from the curse of chaos. What is the curse of chaos? Well, where do you think demons come from? Ta-da! That's not showing the official name yet, but... Anyways, yeah. So, welcome to Hell, or as it's called, Lost Izalith, home of the demons and the source of chaos. So, that is the second bell of awakening rang, proving to all who would hear that we are the chosen undead. Da 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 da! We are destiny itself in human form. Or undead zombie form, I guess. Anyways, coming down here. Weird platform. Doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, we'll investigate that later. We are gonna head down this way. And find ourselves the bonfire to the demon ruins of Lost Izalith. So as I said before, this is the source of chaos. This is the home of the demons and the birthplace of chaos. Chaos is a force within the Souls series that is the origin of demons. It's a little complicated. I'll address it more once we actually venture into this place. We are not going to go this way just yet. But basically, when Quelana says to free her family from the curse of chaos, she basically means kill them, because they're all, victims of this stuff. At least, if you believe Quelana. Which, once we venture back in here again, I'll be explaining a perhaps different perspective on that. So, making our way back, we could, just make our way back, as it seems we're supposed to do, but there is in fact a little secret here, in the form of an invisible wall.
what have we here? Are you a new servant?
Sure thing, buddy.
But you have no eggs. No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
So here we have the fair lady. Or anything with the rest of this bonfire. The fair lady. Now she doesn't speak to us because we don't have the witch's ring, and we also haven't offered up enough humanity. If you offer, I think it's 10 humanity, you'll be able to talk to her, but before you can do that, you gotta enter her covenant. Pyromancy, Great Chaos Fireball. So yeah, now we're just a member of the Covenant, the Great Chaos Servant, or Chaos Servant Covenant, and basically the whole point of this covenant is to just offer this lady humanity to try and heal her and grant her strength so that she may give birth to all these eggs and help the children hatch to spread their kind even further. As you might notice from the look of that bonfire, as well as the fact that you can reinforce Estus Flask here, she is also a bonfire keeper. Now, considering that she is indeed a bonfire keeper, this does mean if you kill her, you will get a bonfire keeper's soul, which can be used to reinforce your Estus Flask. However, I'm not going to be doing that. I always feel really, really bad about killing her because she's, she's kind of been through a lot, and killing her would just be so mindlessly cruel. Like, yeah, it's advantageous, and it would potentially put her out of her pain and misery, but, well, maybe not pain and misery, but I don't know. I've just never really felt right killing her, so I'm just not going to do that. I don't feel... Personally, I've played this game enough times where I don't really feel like it makes much of a difference. We get plenty of Firekeeper souls along the way, and there is a Firekeeper that I do just tend to kill later on because I feel nothing taking her life. But yeah, so I just don't ever kill her just because, I don't know, weird video game conscience. Anyways, we're gonna leave. Now you can see over here, there's another wall. Seems to be an entrance, and this is another entrance, but we can't access it from this side. Now, before we go anywhere, we're gonna rest at that bonfire. I'm gonna repair my equipment just because I haven't done that in a while, and we're gonna level on up. And level up endurance. And now, let's see, elite. Nope. What about regular knight? Nope, still not good enough. Ah well, we'll get there eventually. Why don't we have a little chat with this dude?
Are you prepared to dedicate yourself to our fair lady? Then I will make available whatever you require. If you need something.
So yeah, this guy sells a servant roster, which I'm just check servants of the Daughters of Chaos. He'll also modify your equipment for like Ascension, which is pretty cool. He can't bolster your equipment, but he's just for, I believe, solely Chaos Ascension. Have a little bit more of a chat with him.
There is no time for idle chat. Think only of our fair lady and what she may need.
Yeah. So, as part of the Servants of Chaos, there's a whole thing with you getting one of these egg things on your head and using it to like hatch maggots and stuff. It's a whole process that's just involved with you offering up humanity to her. It's kind of big and complicated and just yeah, it's kind of a whole thing. Honestly, I kind of just offer humanity if I just have spares and I feel like giving it to her. Otherwise, don't really pay much attention to this quest myself. It is much more of a priority if you are playing as a pyromancer and you want to dabble into chaos flame pyromancies. But otherwise, it's not really useful for many other builds. So, with our business finished here, we're going to make our way up and out and head back towards the Firelink Shrine. Heading through this buried church, which I've always kind of wondered why there's basically a buried underground church here. Now, the only answers I could ever come up with that is that this was a church either built specifically for Blighttown's use, where even the poor could come down and pray and have worship, which would make sense, or this acted as some sort of midpoint between Lordran and the demon realms of Lost Izalith, which they were separate cities / civilizations, so that could also make sense. Or perhaps it was just a church where for the people of Lost Izalith, although Lost Izalith is definitely further down, so that doesn't make sense. So honestly, it's probably one of the two. There's never really any lore or world building notes about it. It's kind of just down here. It could also be like emblematic of something that's a lot more prominent later on in the Souls series, where the world is sort of collapsing in on itself and everything from different cities and different locations are all kind of stacking on top of one another. So it could be emblematic of that, although I don't think Dark Souls 1 expresses that sentiment as much. So, I don't know. Kind of just a thing that's here. Maybe there's some secret behind it, maybe there's not. Is good for world flavoring, though. So, ignoring these other guys and not making the mistake I made earlier of killing them and unleashing the maggots, we're gonna head back on up and back into Blighttown. Now, thankfully, we don't have to make our way all the way back up the entirety of the Blighttown path and up through the depths and that whole rigmarole pain in the ass. Instead, there is a much faster method that loops right around back to Firelink Shrine. Yet further proof of why Dark Souls 1 has some of the best world design, because the interconnectedness of this world is just top-notch and unbeatable. Anyways, as we can see here, our friends from the Hunters aren't here anymore. They kind of just vanished. And that is because we are now part of the Servants of the Daughters of Chaos Covenant. They only come down here, I think I did mention this before, but they're only down here if you're part of the Hunters Covenant, which suggests that they followed you down here, rather than just being down here like the one dude claims. Honestly, that's a bit of information that I've never really known what to do about. Don't know if it's suggestive or anything, or if it's just, you know, cool little fun thing that hunters get while they're down here, and it's just a gameplay mechanic. Either way, not too important. Right here, we have this very sort of sketch water wheel / elevator thing. Yeah, I don't know who built this or designed this to be like this. They were insane to have an elevator designed like this. An elevator that could very easily kill you. But You can't say it's not useful. Die. Mosquitoes. Climbing up a ladder. Killing more flies. Now, again, I was about to mention the whole flies being part of chaos, but I think I've already talked about that already, so don't want to double discuss the same topic. Alrighty. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's another dark guy around here. I'm gonna come over this way. Moving quick so he doesn't get us. Alrighty, coming this way. Gonna grab the sealer set and the banishment catalyst. Pretty cool set. Looks nice, looks pretty cool. And we're also going to get a sorcery. Gonna hitch on up this ladder. Climb up on this ladder. Avoid the mosquito. Kill the fly. Coming this way. And, alright, this is a dead end. Alright. There we go. Killed him. Here. Oh, I think this is the wrong way, actually. At least a dead end. So, as you can see right there, there's another one of those dark guys. Deal with him, we're gonna have to go back down. Make our way over here and climb up this ladder. Hopefully still avoiding him. Oh! Still managed to get me. Oh! And I wasted that. Forgot that there's quite a few of them up here. Well, let's just rush him. Oh, missed that jump. That was bad. Die. Stupid dog. Oh. Oh. And dead. Yeah, I forgot how many of those spitter guys there are up here. Well, let's try that again. Thankfully, there's few down already because we managed to kill 2 of them. And Yeah, I think I'll just probably cut ahead real quick just to skip the boring long walk back up to the elevator. So, see you guys in just a sec. Alrighty, back up on the elevator. Now, before we continue and make our way up through this area yet again, there is something I forgot to do. Considering that there isn't any of that sluggish, rough terrain up ahead, we're gonna put Havel's ring back on, which should allow me to put the elite set back on and have regular rolls. Yeah. Alright, good. Boost in defense. Oh, heck yeah. Right, okay, so I can still deal with both hands. So, I'm going to put that shield on my back just so I can get the stamina boost, since I'm not actually using a shield right now. Alrighty, and we're gonna try this again. Running. Let's see if we can kill that guy. Get our hands on more purple moss clump. Gonna drop down. Kill these dogs. Heal myself up. And retrieve our humanity and souls. And we're gonna get both dogs. We're gonna get a Firekeeper soul. See what I said? Didn't need to kill the fair lady. You got a Firekeeper soul right there. Alrighty. Ooh. Fire breathing doggo. Alrighty. Ladder. I'm gonna climb up and hopefully not get shot. Oh, got shot. Alright, whatever. Kill him. Alright. Got that toxic, but we chillin'. Oh. You're in a tight spot, sir. I almost could not kill you. Now, unfortunately, those guys only seem to drop regular purple moss clumps, so can't exactly heal ourselves of the toxic. So, hopefully we last out on our Estus. Yeah, I probably should have stocked up more on that other stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna die. Let's see how far we can make it. Fun little challenge. Oh! So close. Oh, you damaged me. Oh, I'm going to die. Why am I continuing in spite of the futility? Oh, I'm going to die. Oh, it is a certain that I am going to die. Drink more Estus, though it doesn't help. Waste some Estus. Gonna find a chest. And I got the key to the New Londo ruins. Yeah. An area we'll be exploring later on. Alrighty. I'm already gonna die, so you don't scare me anymore. Death is a certainty that I do not fear. You know what? My death may not be as certain as I thought. Oh, it certainly is now, though. Oh, I'm almost certainly gonna die. I'm gonna die. Pick up all this dung pile. Oh, I am for certain dead. Make my souls easier to collect. There we go. Okay, had I not been hit by that orc guy, whatever, I think I might have actually lived there. That is a shame. Well, time to cut again. Alrighty, back on the water wheel. Almost back to my souls. Yup. Almost rolled off the edge there. That would have been bad. Much in the same way that those boulder guys down there almost killed me because I forgot they were there for a second. Kill. Alrighty. Putting my ring back on. We now have regular rolls again. And making our way back up to my souls again. Where this time, we will avoid death. Hopefully. Yeah, those mosquitoes. They will track you for miles, I swear. Kill the big fly. Climb all the way up. Ladder by ladder. Call this place Ladder Town instead of Blight Town. Seriously. Alrighty. Now we got one guy left to kill in order to get to my souls. Ooh. Big guy. Yeah, they got me there for a second. Alrighty. Retrieval successful. Ow. And oh, got them both. And cured the poison. And dung piles. Alrighty. Should be clear to make our way back home. Alright, back in the Valley of the Drakes. And from here, across this little bridge and into this door we opened in an earlier episode. We're now back to the New Londo ruins, and from here, heading up these stairs. And by activating an elevator, and by getting on that elevator, and by exiting that elevator, we now find ourselves back at Filing Shrine. Like I said, best interconnected world in the entire series. Now we're going to use that Firekeeper soul we found to reinforce the Estus Flask, because that's a necessity. Still can't speak, so we're going to leave her and come up and take a rest. And I believe that is going to do it for us for today. Next time, we'll be making our way back up through the Undead Burg and approaching a place called Sen's Fortress. The final test before we make it to the land of the gods. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Tell me how I'm doing so far, if you're liking the Let's Play. Thanks for joining me so far, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.